The lawyer's office was exactly as pretentious as I expected. All mahogany and leather, designed to make the wealthy feel at home while discussing their millions. My family sat around the massive conference table, barely containing their smirks as Richard Bennett, Dad's attorney of 30 years, prepared to read the will. I knew what was coming. Had known for years, really. It's why I'd spent the last decade building my own empire while they thought I was just managing some investments. To my son James, I leave Mitchell Industries and all associated holdings, Bennett read as my brother's chest puffed up with pride. To my daughter Catherine, the summer house in Martha's Vineyard and a trust fund of $5 million. Mom patted my hand consolingly. It's very generous, dear. You can live quite comfortably on the interest. I checked my phone, watching another notification pop up. Zhang Technologies acquisition complete. Asset transfer of $50 million confirmed. Actually, I smiled, pulling up my portfolio app. I think I'll manage just fine. Now, Alexandra, James started with that condescending tone he'd perfected over years of being Dad's golden child. I know you're disappointed, but Dad knew what he was doing. Running a global corporation requires certain qualities. My phone buzzed again. Sarah, my actual assistant. Korean deal closed. Adding another $75 million to holdings. Total portfolio now exceeds $200 million. You're right, James, I replied calmly. It does require certain qualities. Like understanding that while you were playing heir apparent, the real money was in tech investments in global markets. Bennett cleared his throat. There are some additional provisions. Let me guess, I interrupted, standing up. James gets control of all family business interests. Mom gets the main estate, and I get some patronizing advice about finding a nice husband to take care of me. The lawyer's startled expression confirmed it. While this has been enlightening, I opened my portfolio app and turned it toward them. But I have a board meeting to attend. My company just crossed $200 million in assets, and unlike Mitchell Industries, we're actually growing. The stunned silence was worth every second of the past 10 years. The first person to recover was James, his face turning an interesting shade of red. That's impossible. You've been working as a junior investment manager. Actually, I smiled, pulling up more data on my phone. I own Quantum Capital Partners. We specialize in tech investments and global market expansion. That junior manager position was just a convenient cover while I built something bigger than Mitchell Industries could ever be. Quantum Capital? Bennett's head snapped up. The firm that's been acquiring tech startups across Asia? The same, I confirmed, enjoying the way James' face paled. We're currently valued at just over $200 million, with a growth rate of 40% annually. How's Mitchell Industries doing, James? Still hovering around $50 million and losing market share. Mom found her voice. But your apartment, your lifestyle, was carefully crafted to meet your expectations, I finished for her. You needed to believe I was struggling so you wouldn't look too closely at what I was really building. My phone buzzed again, multiple notifications. Singapore office expansion complete. New AI partnership deal signed, $30 million. Tokyo investors confirming Series D funding. Alexandra, Dad's lawyer looked uncomfortable. Your father believed the family business would be better suited to a man. I suggested. As he made that quite clear. Which is why I never told him that while he was grooming James to run a declining manufacturing company, I was building a global investment empire. I pulled up more screens displaying Quantum Capital's worldwide operations. We have offices in 12 countries. Our tech portfolio includes some of the most innovative startups in AI, renewable energy, and biotech. That junior investment manager, you all pitted? She's been featured in Forbes twice this year. Sarah appeared on my video chat. Ms. Mitchell, the board is waiting. Should I inform them you'll be delayed? No need, I replied. This family meeting is essentially over. I turned back to my stunned relatives. I should thank you actually. If you hadn't been so determined to keep me away from the family business, I might never have built something better. James was frantically scrolling through news about Quantum Capital on his phone. This is worth 4 times what Mitchell Industries is worth, I finished for him. And growing faster than you can imagine. Those tech partnerships you've been trying to secure for the past year? They're all with companies in my portfolio. Mom was still struggling to process everything. But your clothes, your car, are exactly what you expected to see, I nodded. The penthouse in Manhattan, the private jet, the yacht, those aren't as visible. I learned early on that being underestimated was a valuable asset. The Lou Technologies deal, James suddenly said. We've been negotiating with them for months. Just closed this morning, I confirmed. With Quantum Capital. They preferred working with a company that understands modern markets. Bennett was reviewing documents on his laptop. Quantum Capital's growth is remarkable. These acquisition patterns were designed to build something sustainable, I finished. While Mitchell Industries was clinging to outdated business models, we were investing in the future. My phone buzzed again. Sarah with more updates. Mitchell Industries stock dropping on Lou Technologies news. Their board is requesting an emergency meeting. You knew, James accused. You knew about the will and you've been planning this. I knew how Dad thought, I corrected. Just like I knew Mitchell Industries would need modernization to survive. The fact that I built a bigger company instead is just poetic justice. Mom was looking at me like she'd never seen me before. All those times we told you to be more realistic about your career were perfect motivation, I smiled. Every time you dismissed my ideas, I invested them somewhere else. Every time you told me to think smaller, I thought bigger. And now, I gestured to my portfolio displays. Now I don't need your approval or Dad's money. James stood up angrily. This is about revenge then? Showing up at the will reading just to rub our faces in your success? No, I replied calmly. This is about business. Lou Technologies was just the first. Every major partner Mitchell Industries relies on is about to learn that they can get better terms and more innovative collaboration through Quantum Capital. The fact that it happens to coincide with Dad's will reading is just timing. Sarah appeared again. The Tokyo office is calling about the new AI implementation. Tell them I'll be there in 5 minutes, I replied, gathering my things. Family matters are wrapping up here. You can't just walk away, James protested. The family business is your problem now, I cut him off. Just like Dad wanted. I have my own empire to run. Bennett cleared his throat. Ms. Mitchell, given these developments, perhaps we should discuss. Nothing to discuss, I interrupted. James got exactly what Dad wanted him to have. A declining manufacturing company that can't compete in modern markets. I built exactly what Dad said I couldn't. A global corporation that's reshaping industries. I headed for the door, then paused. Oh, and James? When Mitchell Industries stock drops low enough that you need a buyer, have your board call my office. I might be interested in acquiring some nostalgia. My phone lit up with another notification. Mitchell Industries' largest shareholder requesting meeting with Quantum Capital leadership. Sometimes the best revenge isn't getting what was kept from you. It's building something so much bigger that what they offered becomes irrelevant. The lawyer's office suddenly felt small and outdated, just like the company they thought was such a grand inheritance. I had board meetings to attend, global deals to close, and an empire to expand. Ms. Mitchell, Sarah's voice came through again. The Singapore team has the new projections ready. Perfect timing, I replied, stepping into my waiting car. Let's show them what a junior investment manager can really do. The next morning, the financial world was buzzing with news about Quantum Capital's latest acquisitions. I watched from my penthouse office as headlines scrolled across multiple screens. Tech giant Lou Technologies partners with Quantum Capital in $2 billion deal. Rising star Alexandra Mitchell, the hidden force behind global tech innovation. Mitchell Industries struggles as key partners jump ship. My phone hadn't stopped ringing since yesterday. James, this is corporate sabotage. Mom, please, we need to discuss this as a family. Bennett, Mitchell Industries board requests urgent meeting. I ignored them all, focusing instead on the live stream of Mitchell Industries' emergency board meeting. James was trying desperately to explain why their biggest partners were suddenly signing deals with Quantum Capital. Sarah entered with the morning briefing. Mitchell Industries stock has dropped 25% since yesterday. Their major shareholders are demanding answers about the Lou Technologies deal. Send them our standard partnership announcement, I instructed. And schedule the interview with Bloomberg. It's time to go public with everything. My phone buzzed with a text from Mom. The family estate looks empty without you here. Please come home for dinner. We need to talk. The house in Monaco just closed, Sarah reported. Would you like me to have it prepared for next week's tech summit? I smiled, thinking about the modest apartment my family thought I lived in. Yes, and make sure the yacht is ready. We'll be hosting the major tech CEOs for the weekend. The elevator chimed and James stormed in, looking considerably less polished than yesterday. How did you do it? He demanded. How did you build all this without anyone knowing? I learned from Dad, I replied calmly. Every time he said women couldn't handle big business, I made another investment. Every time he praised your mediocre achievements, I closed another deal. The only difference is I did it quietly. Mitchell Industries is your family legacy too, he argued. No, I corrected him. Mitchell Industries is what Dad wanted it to be, a traditional manufacturing company stuck in the past. Quantum Capital is the future I built while you were all congratulating yourselves on keeping me in my place. My screens lit up with more breaking news. Mitchell Industries board considers selling assets amid market pressure. You're destroying everything Dad built, James accused. Actually, you did that by refusing to innovate, I pointed out. I offered to help modernize Mitchell Industries 3 years ago. You and Dad said I didn't understand traditional business. Now traditional business is becoming obsolete. Sarah appeared with more updates. The Asian markets are opening. Our tech portfolio is up 15% on the Lu Technologies news. Mom walked in next, looking lost in the sleek modern office. Alexandra, honey, surely we can work something out? For the family. The time for family negotiations was years ago, I replied. When I tried to contribute to Mitchell Industries, you all made it clear I wasn't welcome. So I built something better. I pulled up more data. Quantum Capital's current valuation exceeds $200 million. We're growing at 40% annually. Our tech partnerships span 3 continents. That little investment job you thought I had? It was me learning every aspect of global finance while building this. But the will reading, Mom started, was exactly what I expected, I finished. Dad leaving everything to James just confirmed what I've always known, that building my own empire was the right choice. My phone buzzed again, Bennett requesting another meeting. Ms. Mitchell, Sarah announced, the Wall Street Journal is ready for your interview about the Lu Technologies partnership. Perfect, I smiled. Let's show everyone exactly what the daughter they underestimated has built. James made one last attempt. The family name is doing just fine, I cut him off. Quantum Capital is becoming the Mitchell name people actually want to do business with. The fact that it's not the company Dad left you is just market evolution. I stood up, straightening my designer suit. No more hiding my success. Now if you'll excuse me, I have a global corporation to run. Sarah will show you out. Sunday dinner? Mom tried one last time. We could all talk about this. I'll be in Monaco, I replied. Hosting the tech industry's top CEOs on my yacht. But feel free to watch the Bloomberg interview. You might finally understand what I've been building while you weren't paying attention. Because sometimes the best response to being written out of a will isn't fighting for what they kept from you. It's revealing that you've already built something far greater than they could ever give. As they left, I watched Mitchell Industries stock continue to fall while Quantum Capital's value soared. Success, I'd learned, wasn't about inheriting the right legacy. It was about building something so magnificent that their legacy became irrelevant. Ms. Mitchell, Sarah appeared one last time. The Singapore office is calling about the new AI venture. Put them through, I replied, turning my back on the past and facing my empire's future. Let's show them what real innovation looks like.